Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. As promised, if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen that I was talking about letter portraits lately. So what these are basically the alphabets, basically the initials of your name or any alphabet that you like for your logo or anything, and you can create some good portraits or photos out of those alphabets. So I'm going to show you in this tutorial how you can create such photos with just a few clicks and using a simple application on your phone. It's not going to take much. You don't need to be a high-end editor for this. So it's fun. You can transform your simple and boring images into something good to look upon. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so you need picsart for this tutorial. So just download picsart, open it, and click on draw. Now click on create new. You have to select a simple canvas. This is a whiteboard canvas. Whatever size you want, you can select it. Once you select it, you are good to go to start your editing right now. Okay, now that you have opened the picsart, this is the layers tab. This layers tab will give you access to all the layers. You can drag them on top of each other. Make sure you have selected the empty layer. You just go ahead and click on the arrow on the left hand top corner and click on edit image. Now what you have to do, you have to find text option and type your letter, whatever letter you want. For this tutorial I'm using letter A. Select your color, make sure it is black because your image will be embedded in this letter. Now select the font, whatever the font you like, whatever is of your choice. I like Limelight. I will keep it. I'm just selecting, checking what all options do I have, but I think that one is better. Try to select a font that has maximum opacity there. It has bigger surface area so that your photo will be visible. So let's take this one. I also like this one. For this tutorial we can take this one. Now simply adjust your font, your letter on your canvas. It has to be perfectly aligned, so don't rush. Take your time, take it easy whenever you go ahead and do such things. Once you are good to go, click on OK. Now go scroll down and click on draw. This is the thing where you use layers. Make sure opacity is 0 and you have selected the blank layer. Now go ahead and select the photo that you want to put into the letter. I'm selecting this. Go ahead and transform the photo as per the size of the letter by clicking on the 4 boxes on the 4 corners of the photo. There is another icon from which you can simply reduce the opacity. It will give you a reference how your image is looking inside that letter. You can also rotate the image using that arrow. Make sure whatever fit that you want, you can keep it. So I'm just trying to arrange it. I'm just trying to see where the face of the portrait, which is actually what we want, looks better. So let's see what we can do here. Once you have arranged it, go to your layers tab and click on this icon and change the blending mode to lighten. Now you can see your photo is perfectly blended within your letter. So let's see if that is good to go. I think this is good to go. I will click on OK. Now I will simply go ahead and save this in my gallery. Now this is one way of doing it. You can now click on the effects tab, which is the effects basically, to give it a little bit punch or simply edit it more in terms of filters and colors, whatever you like. So for the sake of just this tutorial, I'm doing it really fast, but you can take time. You can tweak with these settings, the sliders that you have. It's really good. Now if you're good with this image, simply go ahead and save it. Now what I showed you was one way of doing it. The other way, which is a more advanced way that you can do this, is basically what you need to do. You need to start from the beginning. Start with the blank canvas and simply go ahead, make sure the layers are turned off, and simply go ahead and edit this canvas. Now do the same, repeat the same steps till you have entered a font. I'm just going to enter letter A again, and this time I might use a different font. I guess Limelight would be a perfect one. Yeah, change the colors, change the font. You can add strokes, you can add opacity, you can add whatever you want. I'm just selecting the font I like. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to use for this picture now. I will simply try to align this very well, and the edges should be sharp and ready. So once I click on OK, I will go scroll down, click on draw. Now make sure you have selected the blank layer and click on this edition photo editing tab. Add the image you want to use. This time I'm going to use this one. It is black and white. It blends pretty well with this black color. So I'm again going to transform. It's the same thing that I did before. Reduce the opacity so that I can see how I have to keep this image. I will simply drag it and make it as the size of the letter, so that it fits perfectly within the alphabet, within the letter. Now I will simply click on transform. By clicking on the layers tab, when I click on transform, I can simply transform the image, simply flip it so that I want it to be exactly like this is looking right now. Now I will adjust it a little bit in terms of the portrait I want out of this letter. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. You can slow down the tutorial, you can pause it whenever you want, and then simply do the steps that I performed. Well, till now it's totally the same. I've simply flipped the image this time, but the advanced thing is right now. Okay, now head over to the pen tool and click on OK. Make sure that the color that you're going to select is black, because if you select white, it will simply wipe out the content of the image. So simply go ahead and select the color as black. This is going to paint the layer which is above your font layer, so that the picture comes into the view of the overall canvas. Now simply paste it and remove any unwanted part which is the background. Just make sure that you smudge it really well so that the hair should fuse with the background. It should not look like a hard edged finish. So while I'm doing it, this is in the same way you have to do it. Spend some time on this because it's a little tricky. That's why I call it advanced. You have to ensure that you are smudging it very well so that it blends with the background, like I'm doing it right now. Okay, now I think this is good to go. I will simply click on OK. Yes, this is cool. I will click on OK, and then I will head over to the effects tab to give it a punchy look, a cinematic look, so that it totally blends with the font, with the background, and gives it a little bit of color in it. So let's see which one will I take. Yeah, so I'm doing it in a faster manner for this tutorial, but spend some time, see which filter will go with your image, and then tweak the filters as well. This has got many filters like blur, artistic, pop art, magic, whatsoever. So whatever fits your style and your taste, just select it, and when you're happy, click on OK. Once you click on that OK button, you will be able to save your image. There is another button in which you can diffuse your filters, blend your filters with your image by using one of these options. So let's click on OK, and this is the final image that we have got. I think this is perfect. Now we can also add another some letters, some words to the image to give it a punchy look, like letter art and something like that. So I'm simply going ahead and adding that adding the words in the picture. So I'll click on text again and simply type my words, which is letter and then art. So I'm simply editing the letter in the same manner that I edited my letter A first when I created it for the background of this image. So let me just do it and I'll show you how it looks like at the end. Okay, so I think this is good to go. This is looking like the perfect letter portrait that I want, and that's it. I will simply go ahead and save this image for now.